But salute to everyone that's here. My name is JayeDeBlack, of course. Let's see who's here early. Also, make sure you like the stream if you haven't. Share the stream. And also, if you are subscribed, you should be able to chat. So just say something in the chat. Just let me know you're here. Let's see. Sigma. Okay, they've changed. YouTube has done something to where they changed their names. So let's see. So I see, is it G? Is G or Mon? I can't listen. YouTube did something to your names. Now now they're just showing your ats. Boss Lady, Slim South, Forja. Let's see. K-Way, Rider Wise, Miss Candy Kane. What's going on? What's going on? We got to talk about this. I'm going to talk about two different stories, but I'm going to talk about her situation because it seems that apparently she was targeted. It wasn't a situation where she was caught in the crossfire. Apparently, she was the intended target. Was good. Celebrity Style magazine. Ernest was good. Now they have it to where I can only see. I think I have to click on it, but I can only see y'all your ads, whatever your YouTube name is. It's crazy why they make all these changes. It's almost like they're trying to morph into Twitch, or you know what I'm saying. Next thing you know, I'm not gonna be able to see your profile pics. Make sure you like the stream if you haven't. You know, there was a time. Oh, let me get this plug out the way. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my Patreon. Link in the description box. I'm putting up exclusive content there. I did a part 2 to a video that I posted on my Basic Social Politics channel about these female officers who jog around the neighborhood in leggings in order to get the attention of men, so men will, I guess, honk the horn or catcall them, and what they will do is they will go and they will chastise these men, right? Probably collect their information. I did a part 2 of that video. And all of this ties in together, by the way. What's good, Zoe? All this ties in together. But yeah, make sure you do that. Follow all the socials so y'all get notified when I go live and post a video. Stop relying on YouTube, all right? You should always look to my socials to make sure that y'all are up to date on everything I'm doing on the Twitter, on the Facebook, on the Instagram. Also, I post stuff on my community wall, so y'all get, notified, because YouTube is not going to do it. There was a time where, right, K-Way, right. It is crazy, right? The UK police is very hella weird. They're just allowing all type of crime, but they more concerned about catcalling. It's crazy. They were getting cooked by people in that particular area of the world. But let me get to this. Get to this young lady. Her name was Ariela. I think that's how I pronounce her name. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but I think her name was Ariela. I believe they say she was a bartender. We're going to get into it. She was a friend of 6ix9ine. They said that she was a girlfriend, but I don't think they dated. They might have hooked up. But she's considered an influencer. She's Dominican, and she was in the driver's seat when the shots were fired directly at her. She was the target. Okay. Well, listen, if you're deleting your socials, just make sure that you coming back to YouTube to make sure that you up to date on the content. What's good, Beefer? There was a time when women were not targeted. Street dudes didn't go after women and children. In most cases, not say that never happened, because we know that has happened, but you're starting to see more women be targeted and killed. I made a video, I think last year, about a woman from Atlanta who had left. I think she left the club. She got in the Uber, and she was killed in traffic. And she was executed. She was targeted, executed in traffic. Well, it was late night, so it wasn't a lot of cars out there. But they targeted this woman. And I made that video, I think, last year. And even I was taken aback by how much they wanted that woman dead. The same seems to be in this situation with Ariela. They wanted her dead. They wanted her gone. They targeted her. Some people are saying it could be an ex, or could be people who that she's associated with that decide, you know what, let's get her out of the way. But times are different, man. And the thing is, when I see all these women, right, getting on social media, trying to act like men, trying to show how tough they are, understand this: you will be a victim to the streets too. The streets used to have a code. The streets don't have a code no more. Okay, Renee, Celebrity Style Magazine, Renee, right? Well, Renee, I can't see your name, so they just got your at right there. But I'll remember it next time. All right. The killers have not been caught. Not in the YouTube story I did last year, and this time. I notice in these cases the killers never get caught unless it's done in broad daylight in front of everybody, or if there's cameras around. But in this situation, I haven't seen where there's any cameras. They ambushed this young lady for whatever reason, and we're going to get into it. We're going to get into the story. I'm going to play news stories, and I'm going to play a YouTube video from a Dominican, I guess he's Dominican content creator who's speaking on this. But again, like I told y'all, the streets ain't got no code no more. And when you women get on social media and you try to act like the men, you will be targeted too. What's good, Brian? Oh, Mads Wax. Oh, shout out to you for being here too. She was thugging. Most women you see on IG nowadays are tied to the streets. That's the sad part. But real facts, what's good, bro? Again, if y'all have a different name on YouTube than the one that I call out or see in the chat room, just let y'all know that's just YouTube. All right, I'm not trying to mispronounce it or missay it on purpose, you know. But it seems she was the target, and you got to ask yourself, why are these women so wrapped up with these street dudes and scammers, right? Because you got to understand, ladies, the streets don't love nobody. The streets don't love nobody. It don't care if you're male or female. These YNs do not care. If they feel like you in the way, they're going to get you out the way. So let's get to this article first. Influencer Ariela, friend of rapper 6ix9ine, has died. The Dominican content creator regularly posted about fashion modeling on her Instagram account, which has over 556,000 followers. The content creator, who was known for her public friendship with rapper 6ix9ine, regularly shared content about fashion and modeling on her Instagram account, which had over 500,000 followers. In a statement to People Icon New York, a Manhattan restaurant and lounge confirmed that Ariela was an employee of the establishment and said that she was at work the night before she died on August 17th. So apparently she works at this establishment. What's good, David? Getting involved with hood dudes is childish as F, and she don't look like she was 21. Very sad. No, she does not look like she's 21. But you know, these young girls grow up fast. As soon as they get 18, they're getting BBLs, they're getting work done on their face. So they age, and also they're probably drinking liquor, living a hard life. But yeah, that's the thing I've talked about. I've talked about how these so-called good girls want bad boys. Because let me tell y'all something. The only thing that's going to happen with a bad boy is that relationship is not going to last long, because he's either going to be in and out of jail, or he's going to be in and out of your life with other women. And the thing is that the street dudes now are even worse, because these dudes are so emotional. They have a lot of that aggressive female energy from growing up in single parent households. And they will kill a female very quickly. These YNs do not care. See, men used to have, not all the time, but men used to have, even the street dudes, patience with women. But nowadays they have no patience. They will kill these women if they think that you in their way. If they think that you keeping them from something, they will not hesitate to end your life. They are crash outs. Most street dudes nowadays are complete crash outs. They're crash outs. And the fact that these girls are still chasing behind them, wanting to experience a street dude, have a child by them, that tells me that they have a lot of self-sabotaging energy. A lot of self-sabotaging energy. And why you want all of that toxic energy in your life, I don't know. But they do. They want that toxic energy in their life. And it ain't just the 20-year-olds, it's the 30-something-year-olds, the 40-something-year-olds. They're all still trying to date street dudes. They all still have that fantasy of when they were young and dumb. But it's a difference when you're young and dumb. But when you're in your 30s and 40s, and you dating men in prison, 50, dating street dudes, you dating a man in prison. When he get out, you having a man come live with you and your children. I don't get it. We have a failed generation after a failed generation. I'm talking Gen Xers. I'm talking about millennials, because millennials are probably the worst. I mean, the amount of millennial women who have sabotaged themselves is ridiculous. And they blame other people. Had my experience with hood dudes, I prefer white collar. But that's what should be the norm, Candy. But it's not, because it's not cool to be with a regular guy who may have a regular job. They all want to chase rappers or males with dreams of being a rapper. You know? With dreams of being a rapper. All right. Let me continue here. In a series of posts on his Instagram stories after the news of her death, Tekashi 6ix9ine remembered his late friend, writing in Spanish that she was the queen of New York. Well, is he saying that because she had connections like that? Because I'm telling you right now, if she was out there acting like she was the queen of New York, oh, she's going to be a target. New York won't ever be the same, added the rapper. He says that he loved her. On the day of her death, Icon New York posted a tribute to Ariela, remembering her joy, humility, and the way she treated everyone with so much care. Thank you for giving so much love and support to our home, which also became yours. To Ariela's family, we are here for anything you need. We still can't believe it. You were our smile, our happiness. We love you, and we will miss you forever. Following the tragic news, the restaurant will remain closed until Thursday, August 21st, out of respect for one of our beloved team members who recently passed. So she was working in a restaurant, but she's on Instagram like she's a model. I think there's a lot more to this. There was a lot more going on with her. She was brilliant. She was a brilliant, humble soul with incredible energy, the kind of person who could light up any room she entered. She will be deeply missed by all of us. The post continued. Please take a moment to cherish and love your own loved ones. Life is precious. Starlets of New York, a nightclub in Queens, also shared a tribute to the late content creator, calling Ariela a beautiful friend, loving mother, and daughter, whose smile and energy lit up the room she entered. So she was a mother. She was a single mother because she ain't had no man that we know of. And if she was dating somebody, he was probably somebody who, somebody she probably shouldn't have been dating. All right, let's get to this clip here.
Have confirmed a woman was found dead in her car this morning on the Cross County Parkway. News 12's Lauren Del Val spoke with police officials on scene in Mount Vernon.
According to Chief of Department James Luciano with Westchester County Police, police received reports at around 8 a.m. of a disabled vehicle in the Cross County Parkway eastbound in the area of Broad Street. After finding the vehicle, police on scene conducted a preliminary investigation.
There was some kind of criminal activity that had taken place as we noticed some fresh damage on a fairly new car. Further investigation revealed that there was a female passenger inside that was determined to be deceased.
Officials with Westchester County Police say the woman was found deceased behind the driver's wheel.
They said that she was found deceased that morning, so she was dead in that car overnight.
Right before exit 7, Broad Street. According to Department Chief Luciano, there is reason to believe the woman was targeted, but he could not provide further details at this time. He says that while it is very preliminary,
Westchester County Police
also believe the woman was a victim of gun violence. Now officers are working with local, state, and federal partners, as well as family, to retrace the victim's final moments.
She was a couple hours overdue. From what we understand, again, we're still trying to gather a lot of facts from her recent activity leading up to this point. So relatively soon after we discovered the vehicle, that the crime took place a short time before.
At this time, officials say there is no threat to the local community and believe it was an isolated incident. The situation is under criminal investigation. In Mount Vernon, Westchester County, Lauren Del Val, News 12.
So let's go back.
Westchester County.
So it must have happened that night. She must have met somebody there. I'm thinking maybe she was meeting somebody over there, and that's how it happened. But the fact that she was there overnight, you got to ask yourself, why was they targeting her? See, this is why you do have to be careful of the men that you associate with. Because, listen, the streets are going to know who you're dealing with. They are. Let me play this video again.
Police have confirmed a woman was found dead in her car this morning on the Cross County Parkway. News 12's Lauren Del Val spoke with police officials on scene in Mount Vernon.
According to Chief of Department James Luciano with Westchester County Police, police received reports at around 8 a.m. of a disabled vehicle in the Cross County Parkway eastbound in the area of Broad Street. After finding the vehicle, police on scene conducted a preliminary investigation.
There was some kind of criminal activity that had taken place as we noticed some fresh damage on a fairly new car. Further investigation revealed that there was a female passenger inside that was determined to be deceased.
Officials with Westchester County Police say the woman was found deceased behind the driver's wheel right before exit 7, Broad Street. According to Department Chief Luciano, there is reason to believe the woman was targeted, but he could not provide further details at this time. He says that while it is very preliminary, police
Westchester County
also believe the woman was a victim of gun violence. Now officers are working with local, state, and federal partners, as well as family, to retrace the victim's final moments.
She was a couple hours overdue. From what we understand, again, we're still trying to gather a lot of facts from her recent activity leading up to this point. So relatively soon after we discovered the vehicle, that the crime took place a short time before.
At this time, officials say there is no threat to the local community and believe it was an isolated incident. The situation is under criminal investigation. In Mount Vernon, Westchester County, Lauren Del Val, News 12.
Again, it looks like she was probably, I'm not 100% sure, but she might have tried to meet up with somebody. But the fact that she was there the whole night into the morning is crazy. What's good, Brent? Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure that y'all like the stream. We're going to get into another video. This video is going to be from I believe a Dominican content creator. Now, this channel has over 1 million subscribers. It's called 6ix9ine Music Mundial. Mundial? I think that's how you pronounce it. And we're going to get into it. So make sure y'all like my video. And salute to everybody that's here. What's good, Charm?
Gentlemen, strangely, many things are happening with influencers. It's as if famous people on social media are being followed, as if there's apparently more to it than just accidents and such. I want to focus, on this occasion, on what happened with Ariela, the lobster. The renowned waitress, Ariela, the lobster, was found dead in front of her residence, after being shot several times by a projectile. In an event that has caused great commotion.
What's good, Jean Marie Rochester? Loving Holmes, what's good, Miss Holmes? I just stopping by to say how it going. Okay, well, I appreciate you stopping by, Loving Holmes. Thank you for being here. All right.
In her community, and which is currently being investigated by the competent authorities. Watch a video of Ariela's memory, so that you can see her, if you perhaps don't remember. Go ahead, Milos. Well, according to preliminary information and some rumors spread in the environment, this tragic event would have occurred after the young woman allegedly gave information about a criminal leader. We are talking, gentlemen, about a tip-off, apparently like something that happens in the underworld. It is dangerous, it is risky. This information that we are giving, gentlemen, about Ariel the lobster who supposedly gave information is very sensitive. Those are the rumors, nothing is clear yet. However, neither the authorities nor Ariela's family have confirmed this version, so it remains speculative while official investigations continue. This underworld, especially in the party and nightclub world, is very dangerous. Nada Cartier, identified as Ariel the lobster's romantic partner, was arrested in this case for the purpose of being investigated. The detainee must respond to official interrogations in order to provide information that allows us to clarify the circumstances in which this event occurred, as well as determine possible links to illegal activities surrounding the victim. What is it about? Apparently, this was just a business of serving waitresses in bars. You know that these women, many of them, I'm not saying that this is Ariela's case, but many of these women who also have fans, who have all this, also go out from there. The tips these women take are too many. That woman, the woman who tells you, I'm a waiter at a nightclub in New York, in the United States, she's handling a lot of money, she handles the wait, and those are some of the things that can happen around this. Well, to be clear, the authorities have confirmed that the investigations are still open and that various procedures are being carried out to determine both the motives and the people involved. The purpose of these actions is to establish exactly what happened and to offer society an official report based on verifiable evidence. At the same time, the event has had a strong impact on the artistic world. The prominent urban artist, the Unbeatable One, shared a farewell message to her friend on her Instagram account, where she expressed her deep sorrow for Ariela's departure. In her publication, she also highlighted the moments of friendship that the two shared, a gesture that reflects the personal bond that unites them. We also saw the case of WJ, who commented on his social networks, and many people, regardless of everything that is happening in the country, the changes in the government, the issue of the Falk House, drawing attention, Dad Retro lost his life. Supposedly, they were going to rob him, and now this case of Ariel, the lobster, also falls into the group of, let's say, crime.
So that's the gist of that particular story. That's pretty much what we have now, but there's another story I want to speak about that similarly has there are similar things, but there's more questions and answers, I would say. Let me get to this story. Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream. How many of y'all heard about this story of the woman? I believe she was a stripper. She's from New York, just like in the previous case that happened in New York, right? But this actually happened a couple of weeks ago. She moved to Miami and she met a guy who I believe was just, I don't even think he lived in Miami. I think he lived in Detroit. He came down to Miami. They met up at a club. I don't know, maybe he was able to riz her up to the point to where she was willing to leave the club with him. A guy she didn't even know like that. It be like that sometimes. I know y'all may feel like, there's no such thing as riz and, you can't talk a woman into leaving a club. But yes, you can. And that is what happened in this situation here. But before they were able to get anywhere, both of them were struck multiple times and both lost their life in the car. These are people who aren't even from Miami. This is why, gentlemen, you got to be careful. Because you never know, man. This chick, and from what I'm hearing, it could be an ex-boyfriend of hers that tracked her down and went into a jealous rage, but we don't know. These women keep so many secrets. They keep so many secrets to where you don't know what's going on until the deed is done. Yeah, make sure you like the stream. We talking about it today. Very similar to the first story we talked about. I'm telling you right now, these guys nowadays have no problem taking a woman's life. That's how much things have changed. And I hope women understand this. All this female empowerment mumbo jumbo, you know what it has done? It has emboldened men to say F you and just take your life. If they don't like you or if you connected to somebody, you can be a casualty of war. Yes, a lot of crash outs nowadays. So let's get into this. NYC mom and Detroit football coach found fatally shot in a car in Miami. A New York City mom and a football coach from Michigan were found fatally shot in a car in Miami earlier this month, according to authorities and reports. Chastity Charlotte Rodriguez, who was 35, and Darius Kuhn, who was 31, were discovered with gunshot wounds in the vehicle at a downtown parking garage on the morning of Saturday, July 19th, the Miami Police Department told the Post. Rodriguez of the Bronx was in Miami looking for work at a strip club, while Coon had moved to the Florida city a few months ago, and both are believed to have been out on a date together when killed. So they were on a date together. So he didn't pick her up in a club. They were on a date together. Right. So we got that one squared, right? The pair did not appear to have been robbed, as their belongings were found still with them. That's going to be key whenever they catch whoever did it, because this was a crime of passion. Passionate, and as I mean jealousy. This was about jealousy. Everyone around her would tell you she has a good heart. Rodriguez's grieving brother told CBS Miami of his tragic sibling, as the family was preparing to hold a memorial service for her Sunday. She was a good person and a good mother, he said. We don't want this to be just another case, the brother said. We want justice. She did not deserve to go out this way. We hope that the detective will find the person guilty of this, or maybe if it was more than one person, all of them will face the consequences of justice. Coon's family said it was struggling to cope with how to explain to his 7-year-old daughter and teenage son how something like this could happen. Coon is set to be laid to rest on August 7th, his birthday. My granddaughter, she's 7. She don't understand it, none of it. She just knows that daddy is not picking up the phone, Coon's mother, Tashia Porter, told WXYZ-TV in Detroit. Porter described her slain son as a devoted dad as well as a fitness buff and football coach. I saw somebody made a video and they had the clips of him, I guess, working out. I think he's a trainer. I think he's a trainer and a coach as well. To lose a child is nothing I wish on anyone, the mom said. Police said they were alerted to the crime scene after a foul odor was reported coming from the vehicle. It was possible the bodies were inside the car for 3 to 4 days. That's insane. 3 to 4 days. And nobody noticed a car riddled with bullets. It took them, listen, that's why I say this, solving this case might be tough. Because if a parked car with bullet holes in it can sit there for 3 or 4 days and nobody noticed, that is crazy to me. That is crazy. Like, are people paying attention? But this is crazy that these two people are both parents. Both of them have children that are without parents. Again, make sure y'all like the stream. Hold on a second while I switch over. Switch over to this news story. Hold on, y'all.
Here.
Okay. Let's see if I can find this news story so we can play it. Hold on, y'all. Again, make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. Now let's get to this news story here.
Found shot to death in downtown Miami. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Trina Robinson. NBC6's Lorena Inclán is live from Miami Police Headquarters. Lorena, we understand one of the victims had recently moved here and the other had only been in town for a short amount of time.
Trina, was a man and woman who were found dead in a car. The woman was from New York and the man was from Michigan. Now, we did speak with a friend, a close friend of the woman and her brother tonight, who are both pushing for answers, trying to figure out what happened here. Now, today in New York, family and friends gathered for a mass in honor of Chastity Charlotte Rodriguez. The 35-year-old mom was found shot to death inside an SUV on Northeast 4th Street and Northeast 2nd Avenue, along with a man named Darius Kuhn. Now, the disturbing discovery was made the morning of July 19th. Rodriguez's friend tells us that she tried to report her friend missing after multiple calls to her cell phone went unanswered. The last time she spoke with Rodriguez was just before 2:30 a.m. Thursday. She tells us Rodriguez was in Miami for a few days to work at a strip club. NBC6 spoke with the victim's brother and her friend. Neither one wanted to show their face on camera, but here's what her brother had to say, followed by her friend.
She was fun, good friend, good sister, good daughter, good cousin, and yeah, good with everybody around her life. But I will say that she was a better mother. She was a good mom to my nephew.
Right now, at this moment, I cannot tell you how I feel. I cannot tell you because this is new for me. I'm inside of this thing because I can't believe this. I can't believe that's happened right now to me.
Now, Rodriguez's friend, who you just heard from there, tells me that she had only been in town for a week before she was killed. And she says that her friend met the man who she was with at a nightclub. Now, police have not released a possible motive in this case, but police do tell us that they are actively investigating and trying to figure out who is responsible for killing these two people in that vehicle where they were found in downtown. For now, reporting live from downtown Miami, Lorena Inclang, NBC 6 News.
So that's for that particular news report. Again, let me switch over so we can hear from Darius's side of the news story. I don't want it to just be about her. His story needs to be told as well. Again, make sure y'all like the stream.
Began tonight with a missing man from Detroit found gunned down in Miami. His family still searching for answers. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford. Police discovered his body alongside a woman late last week. They notified his family Sunday after identifying the man as Darius Kuhn. 7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wembley is listening to the man's family about their heartbreak as they come to terms with his death.
That man's family has determined where they will bury him, but they are still in the dark when it comes to circumstances surrounding his untimely and mysterious death.
This is where his resting earthly place will be.
Tasha Porter never thought she would be the one to plan her son's funeral. 31-year-old Darius Kuhn, a native Detroiter, was found dead in Miami last week.
To lose a child is nothing I would wish on anyone.
Tasha says Darius moved to Miami a few months ago. He was in Detroit recently to visit his 2 children and other relatives. When Darius drove back down last week, he went dark. Calls went unanswered and unreturned. Concerns mounted. His family filed a missing persons report.
I talk to my son 3, 4, 5 times a day. So when he didn't call, I knew something was wrong.
Those fears confirmed when Miami police found Darius's body in his truck in a downtown parking structure alongside that of 35-year-old Charlotte Rodriguez, who was reported missing out of New York last week.
Both were located with multiple gunshot wounds. Our detectives are working the case. They're trying to obtain video surveillance from several locations around the area and trying to piece this together and see what exactly happened.
Police believe Darius and Charlotte met in Miami and were out on a date.
We pray for the family of the young lady that he was with, and we pray for
Definitely.
ourselves. Our heart goes out to the other family as well.
Tasha says she will remember her son as a fitness enthusiast, a football coach, and above all, a kind-hearted father whose children are now stunned.
My granddaughter, she's 7. She don't understand none of it. She just know that daddy is not picking up the phone. His son haven't been eating. He's a football player. He didn't even want to go to practice because he would be used to seeing his dad there.
Now, that's the sad part about this whole thing, man, is that the children are the ones who have to deal with it the worst. Can't eat, can't play football. So, you know, something, a passion that he shared with his father. See, the thing is, growing up as a young man, when you and your father have a passion for something, right? Even a lot of us as adults, we can remember, you know, watching sports with our fathers or maybe playing basketball with them, playing catch with them. Those are the things we remember forever. And the fact that he can't or he doesn't fill up to playing football, that's sad. And hopefully he's able to move forward and continue. But the children are the ones who have the worst of it when it comes to losing their parents, especially at a young age. Because there's a lot of children here that they lost parents. Whether we agree with what one parent's lifestyle or not.
2 families in mourning and so many questions unanswered.
Why? Why someone want to take my son's life? And he was a good person.
And Darius Kuhn will be laid to rest here in Detroit on his birthday, August 7th. I'm Randy Wembley, 7 News Detroit.
You gotta hope they're gonna get to the bottom of it. Thank you so.
So I wanted to play that because I felt like, you know, his story should be told as well. It's sad all around. It really is. 2 people gone. 2 young people. They're in their 30s. What, over jealousy, spitefulness? This definitely, whatever happened, it was probably somebody that she knew. Now, again, he was in the city a little bit longer than her, but still, yeah. Salute to everybody that's here. Shout out to everyone. Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. Let's see. What else? Okay, I'll play this video here.
This was the
Okay. All right, we go.
Building where Dominican Kayla Rodriguez left for Miami to earn a living for herself and her son, never imagining that she would never return to this place, since this would be her last trip. A young professional Dominican dancer went out on a date on Wednesday night of last week and was never seen alive again. She did not deserve to die so young, and not in that way. I want them to explain why, how, when, and where. Kayla Rodriguez had been living in the United States for more than 10 years. She dedicated herself to dancing in nightclubs and raising her son. She left for Miami with a friend to work. On that trip, she met a man named Dario's son, who until then was a stranger to her. Her friend, who may have met the man, advised her not to go with him, but she did the exact opposite and went anyway.
My friend, Kayla, unfortunately decided to go out with the guy. She told another friend of ours, "Look, I'm going to go with so-and-so."
What's good, Steven? That's how YouTube is, man. That's why I say, man, make sure y'all check the socials. YouTube does not like to send notifications for this channel for whatever reason. Appreciate you being here.
She met the guy, didn't like him, and told him, "Mana, don't go out, don't go out, don't go out." What happened? She decided to leave in her own time.
While her friend returned to New York, Charlotte was spending what was supposed to be a pleasant time with this guy, who took her to dinner at a restaurant called Moshi Moshi, which would be her last dinner and the last time they saw her alive. They didn't want to release the video, but they informed us that they arrived at 1:30 in the morning on Thursday. They ate, went out to kiss in the parking lot, and left at 2 to 4 in the morning. From that moment on, all communication with Charlotte was cut off, leaving all her family and friends worried, who by that time suspected that everything was wrong, alerting all the authorities as well as social media. But it wasn't until the following day, July 18th, that Miami police made the official report of her disappearance. Immediately, her friends' social networks joined forces to spread the word about her disappearance, to the point of urging the authorities to help find her friend Charlotte Rodriguez. I told her, I hope that when she appears dead, then and there, you'll start taking action on this. At that moment, friends and family began to piece together their own puzzle of where she could be and with whom. While they imagined that the mysterious man she had met had kidnapped her, had done something worse to her in Detroit, a family was also desperately searching for a 35-year-old man named Darius Kuhn, who had been missing, and with whom they had not been in contact for days. On July 19th, Miami police received a call alerting them to a foul odor coming from a 10th-floor parking lot in the heart of downtown Miami. When they approached a Subaru, they realized that there were 2 bodies shot. Later, those 2 bodies were identified as Chastity Chal Rodriguez and Dario Sun. A cheerful person, always very kind. Everyone around here had no complaints with anyone. My sister lives here and she...
I wonder, they said it was on a 10th floor parking garage. 10th floor. So I'm wondering, like, is it like very isolated up there? Is on like a few cars up there for them to not notice that? And also, were they outside? Were they near his place or her place? But that's crazy. That's crazy. It must be a place that's like very very I won't say isolated, but there's probably very few people that park there, which is why that car would sit there for over 3 days and nobody noticed, which would have made it like, if you want, very secluded, right? Secluded is the word. Secluded. Which would have made it easier for somebody to be lying in wait to do that, which is probably what happened. Somebody ambushed them. It was one of them that was targeted. If you look at the fact that he was there for a few months, she wasn't really there that long. There's a theory it could be somebody that she knows, but he knows Miami more than she does. Were they near his place? Because if they were, then maybe he was the target. Was it an angry ex? Y'all know how women get. When a man they were dating is with another woman, you know how crazy people get. So.
Always says, oh my God, never has such a person. I would always look at my sister and say, tell me what's really cool, really nice. She wasn't a problem woman. Quote. The question is, how did 2 people who didn't know each other before and both weren't from the city of Miami end up with such a tragic end? And who was this guy she had taken the confidence to meet, and why had she decided to stay a few more days? His name was Dario Sco, originally from Detroit. According to information obtained on the internet, he was released from prison on March 19, 2024 after serving a 6-year sentence before going to jail. In 2017, he was already the father of a boy and was expecting a girl, who was born while he was in prison. Upon his release from prison, Kuhn vows to be the father he could never be to his children and dedicates himself to being a gym and healthy living trainer. He creates an LLC called Grind Hard. In Spanish, it means work hard. He uses this to create his business of helping people tone their bodies and live better lives. According to a witness, he had been doing well since his release from prison. He hung out with important people, contributed to the community and to sports. He even gave speeches on how to be a better person. He had moved to Miami months before his disappearance and visited his children for the last time about a week before his death, and since that visit they have never heard from him again. His mother even said that she had very good communication with him, as they spoke 4 or 5 times a day, and that this suddenly stopped and she began to suspect that something was wrong with her son. While the police were doing their investigation, something did not add up for the community. They wondered how this happened in a parking lot in the middle of downtown and that no one had heard anything or that no one saw anything either.
Right.
It had already been ruled out that Kuhn was responsible for this incident, since he was found dead next to her, and that she was even responsible for his death. Likewise, that she was found on a beach, as was reported in the news, especially in New York, where they said that she had been found with more people on a beach in Miami, etc., etc. On the other hand, I also heard that they said that this had been a kidnapping or a robbery. This was not a kidnapping or a robbery either, since her own brother said that when they found her, she had all of his clothes, just like him. They both wore their clothes, which were quite expensive. I do not think it was an attempted robbery, because they left the young man with all of his clothes. He had an expensive watch, and my sister was left with his gold chains and all the money she had.
Somebody like you're making a rap video, because that may be somebody who shoots rap videos is recording it, you know?
Charlotte had planned to move to the city of Miami to be able to give her son a better life. This case is still pending for the Miami police to be able to find the person or people responsible for this incident. Rest in peace, Kaylo Rodriguez. Harry Scream.
Well, that is it for that video. I just wanted to get more context and get more details that weren't publicly available. So that video just added more details to this case that you know, we didn't know. So that was the other one that I wanted to speak about tonight. And shout out to everybody that's here. Thank y'all for being here tonight. There's a lot going on in the world. Why is it so easy for women to get caught up and killed nowadays? That's something that, you know, I think we need to talk about. I think we need to have that uncomfortable conversation. Why are women getting caught up and killed in these situations? It's crazy, man. But thank y'all for being here. I think that's pretty much it. Salute to everyone that tuned in tonight. I know people aren't getting notifications. We didn't have any buffering issues, so maybe I solved the buffering issues. This was like a test stream anyway. This is like a test stream / news stream. That's basically what this was. So rest easy to all people involved in this particular live stream. And yeah, there's a lot going on. And ladies, this is for y'all. Associate yourselves with better men, because I'm telling you right now, these males nowadays have no problem taking your life. None. They don't care that you're a female. They don't care about that. Or maybe someone she knows a lot of jealous, bitter. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But where they were, it must have been very secluded. You know, were they followed? It would have to be a situation that, you know, they were possibly followed and ambushed. It wasn't a robbery, so it wasn't random. It was somebody that one of them knew. It says, yes, let's learn. I'm telling you, like, I don't get this whole bad. I mean, we in 2025 and women still want to chase behind men who have absolutely nothing going on with themselves at all. That is true, Candy. You are who you associate with. Like, I don't care how good a woman looks. I don't care how put together she is, how she dresses, what kind of car she drives, the kind of career she has. If you date a bum, you are a bum too. And I see way too many women trying to fix up a bum. It don't matter if you buy him new clothes and try to fix him up, make sure his hair is cut regularly. He still has that dusty energy that you just cannot fix. And I see way too many women who have degraded their aura to be with a guy who's going to do nothing but bring them down and will eventually destroy them. Eventually. Because I don't care how much a man accepts you paying all the bills. At some point, he's going to feel some type of way. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Because it's unnatural for a woman to be paying for everything. Because what's going to happen is she's going to flex and she's going to talk about how she does this and that, and he's going to feel some type of way. And I don't get the whole dating men in prison. We know that has happened a lot. You know, they talk to men in prison and men in jail. We know that stuff. But now women are actively when these men get out of jail, having these men move in with them. That never works out. That never works out. We talk about saving hoes. What about saving dusties? Too much of that's going on. These men have feminine energy, man, and this feminine energy mixed in with male energy, and it's going to be a disaster because they're going to get emotional and want to argue, and then it's going to turn physical. This is why I say, ladies, get dating the bad boy thing out of your system in high school. I noticed that in the black community, it happens for way too long. You got, again, I told y'all, you got women in their 30s and 40s trying to date bad boys. In their 30s and 40s, even in their 50s, you should have got that out of your system a long time ago. But black women are addicted to that type of man. I will never understand it. I have cousins that went in and out of jail, but at some point they got their life together. They stopped going back and forth to jail. They got jobs. I think they have children. Now they've moved into a better path, right? Because you got to get tired of going back and forth to jail. I mean, at some point, right? So, ladies, you got to get tired of dealing with the same males who ain't going to change. They have no incentive to change. If you date a man who has nothing, he has no incentive to change. None. He has absolutely no incentive to change. He's going to be who he is. And there's nothing you can do to change that. And y'all want to know why a lot of these heifers are single? They're single because they are so arrogant. They think they can change these men. Listen, if they mama can't change them, you can't change them. That's where we at. That's what at. And the thing is this. You should want better. Because if you don't want better, then you're going to live in misery, walking on eggshells, right? A lot of women have to understand something. Oh, let me say this too. Ryan Clark, you are a moron. You know, I was actually going to go live, but you don't deserve a live stream from me, Ryan. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes on this live stream at the tail end of it. at some point, those same black women you're pandering to are going to turn on you. You are a fucking idiot. And you're out here looking for pats on the back from these black women who do not give a damn about you. You are a useful idiot. You say it's okay for a woman to abuse a man because men are horrible and men are stronger. And I'm telling you right now, Ryan, you don't want to be saying that. You know why? Because if women listen to you and they put their hands on these men in 2025, you know what's going to happen, Ryan? These women are going to lose their life. These men are not playing with these women. They're not. They're not going to put up with a woman putting their hands on them. And for you to push that narrative shows me that you're looking for a pat on the back from these black women. Ryan, these women do not care about your pandering. You had a baby by a white woman before you met your black wife, and you will never be able to erase that. Never. You have a biracial daughter that you never were claiming. You only claimed her because you got exposed. It's always one of these pro-black beta males who always got some white woman they used to date hidden or biracial children, but want to be out here in virtual dashikis. Ryan, look at Umar Johnson. He openly praises black women, and you know what they do? They get online and they cook him. Now he's about to lose everything. You know why? Because black women are burning his shit down. Pandering to a black woman will get you nowhere. Will get you nowhere. I don't, you know, I've been making videos for over 10 years. I don't think I've lost any black woman's respect by saying the things that I have said because I'm real. I'm real. What's good, Kathy? That's how it is, Kathy. I'm just going to have to try to get more regular on my live streaming. What I may do, though, I may put up a promo video. I'm going to start putting up promo videos to let y'all know when I'm going live. I'm going to start doing that. I may just start doing that, putting up promo videos, letting y'all know I'm about to go live, you know. Imagine pandering to women for money and for sex. That is a horrible existence. That's a horrible existence, you know. And the thing is, women can see through that. They can see through it. That's the funny thing. They see through the pandering. They see through it. And one day, Ryan, you're going to learn the hard way. You're going to learn the hard way when they get on here and they make a fool of you. So that's all that you get in about 5 minutes. That's it. You ain't getting no video. You ain't getting no live stream. I mean, you wouldn't get me much views anyway. No one cares about you, Ryan. So there. Salute to everybody that's here. Also, make sure y'all check out the videos that I posted on my JayeDeBlack channel today. Also on my basic social politics channel. I put up 2 videos today. No, 3 videos. Excuse me. I put up 3 videos today. On my, now again, all you have to do is go to my community wall and you'll see all the links to the videos. Just go to my JayeDeBlack community wall and you'll see the links to, you'll see the post where I put all my videos today. You can look there and you'll see all the videos I posted on my JayeDeBlack channel. You'll see all the videos I put, all the 3 videos I posted today. Miss Tangy was good. Salute to everyone that's here. I posted about Trevor Ariza going broke because he was giving his wife the lifestyle that she wanted, to the point to where even after they divorced, she wanted child support and spousal support, even though they had only been married for what, maybe 5 years. And she wanted child support and spousal support. And not only did she get $18,000 a month from him, she also got a $600,000 payout. She got a luxury car. I think she got a home. And the heifer ran out of money. You know how I know? Because she claims that she ain't got enough money to have babysitters for her children. She's struggling financially. That's because you ran through your money instead of saving it, instead of investing it. You just spent it up, just like you spent up his millions. I also talked about Saweetie dating a soccer player and then having this dude tattoo her middle name behind his ear like a sucker. And in my other video, I spoke about Amanda Seales crashing out because her boyfriend broke up with her and has not paid her a dime of money she claims she gave him. I think his name is Boldly James. I think he's a rapper. Oh, yes, Amanda Seales likes the rappers too. Yes, Kathy, I did hear about that. I did hear about the coach that was messing around with a woman who, now apparently the girl isn't married, but I guess the boyfriend found out. He went there and he killed the football coach. Let me say something about that real quick. I have a stance, and my stance hold no matter what. If your wife or girlfriend cheats on you, do not kill her or anybody else. Do not sacrifice your freedom over a woman because you in a fit of rage. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with killing the man when he did not owe you anything. That woman is the one that betrayed you. I'm not saying you should kill her, but you need to kick her to the curb. And there are people saying, well, he need to be freed from jail. He did nothing wrong. It was a crime of passion. No, he knew the man was in his house when he went in that house. He went and got his gun and he killed him. And you know, that story reminds me, y'all remember the video I did about the naval officer? How many of y'all remember the story I did about the naval officer? There was a naval officer. Let me look him up. He walked in on his wife having relations with another man. And he killed that man. Do y'all know that man went to prison? He didn't get no crime of passion, nothing. His wife was cheating on him in his home with another man. And he killed that man. And I believe he got sentenced to prison time. I'm trying to find his name. I did a video on him. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go look it up. Hold up, I'm gonna look it up on my other channel. So he didn't get it was no crime of passion there. He could have said it was a crime of passion, but the courts didn't care. And he was a naval officer. And even then they were like, we understand that, but you killed this man. Hold on a second. Let me see. His name was Tyler Jenkins, I think. Let me see. Tyler Jenkins. Let me look up Tyler Jenkins. His name was Tyler Jenkins. Tyler Jenkins. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison. He pleaded guilty now. He pleaded guilty in 2023. He pled guilty for killing his wife's boyfriend, Timothy Talley, who was also a sailor. And he pled guilty in Virginia Beach, and he received 15 years in prison. So this guy, the boyfriend who took the life of that football coach, he's probably going to do prison time, especially in Atlanta, in Alabama. So if a naval officer has to plead guilty and get 15 years, oh, buddy, you getting prison time too. You're getting prison time too. Because they're going to say, listen, they said that his gun had a switch on it, which is not good. Also, the fact that, again, he had a gun with a switch on it. I think he had time to think about what he did, and he decided to kill the man because he's smashing your girl. Bro, there's plenty of women out there. You probably was only dating her for, a couple years maybe? Stop being stupid, and you get no sympathy from me. I'm sorry. Listen, it's not right that she's screwing another man in y'all home. That just shows me she don't respect you, bruh. She don't respect you. She brought another man into y'all home. She brought another man into y'all home. She had no respect for you. She thought you was a sucker. And I'm telling you right now, that woman probably showed him no respect in that relationship. She probably would cuss him out and talk crazy to him, and he still stayed with her. Probably was working to pay the bills for the place. If a woman is willing to cheat in y'all home, she has zero respect for you. She thinks you're a lame and a sucker. But take his life, though. When she's just going to be free screwing other men. That's why I say don't play with your freedom. Don't put your freedom on the line for a woman who's just going to be out there screwing other men. She probably screwing another dude right now. I heard a switch equals 10 years prison time. Well, according to reports and what people are saying, that guy had a switch on his gun. So he's going to prison either way. Don't lose your freedom over a woman that doesn't respect you. Because now she can be with whoever she want to be with. And you sitting in jail thinking to yourself, what was I thinking? People say, well, he got disrespected by him. They're saying that the dude had crawled up the balcony, which I'm trying to figure out how. How are you going to climb from one balcony to the next unless it's like little tiny, like it's ways of crawling up there and sneaking in there. But again, the coach was married. He had no business going over there. And I will say this too. If you're going to cheat with a side chick, do not go to her house under no circumstances. Stop going to these heifers' apartments. Stop doing it. If she don't want to go to a motel, hotel, then it just ain't gonna go down. To use the ladder. That's crazy. He wouldn't have to have done that if he would have just went to a motel. Like, why would you go to her apartment? And I guarantee you they don't live in no nice apartments. It probably, you know what I'm saying? Probably some regular apartments. All type of crazy stuff going on out there. Why would you go out there? Why you be so comfortable to go out there? And they're saying that this man is in his 40s and the girl is, because the dude that got arrested for killing the coach, she was 23 years old. So the girl's probably in her early 20s. No grown woman is going to have a man crawling up her balcony to be in there, messing with them young girls. He could cop a plea and still he's going to do time, Brian. He's going to do time. Alabama don't play that, man. They're going to have him do a lot of time. They're going to have him do a lot of time. You know, they don't care about no heat and passion, nothing. In the heat of the moment, folks are not thinking clearly, Jay. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate, but you need to think clear because jails are full of people who didn't think clear. So she's 21 and he was 39. See, I'll tell you, these dudes got to stop messing around with these young girls that don't have their stuff together. That girl did not want to go nowhere except that apartment. That's what a young-minded female would do, was thinking about sneaking a grown man into that apartment because she's still thinking like a young girl. See, a grown woman would plan it out to where her boyfriend would have never found out that she was cheating. Yes, I know the girl's 21, but she can barely drink now. So to me, she's still very young and very inexperienced in the world. And again, maybe she liked the thrill of almost getting caught. But a woman who's seasoned would have went to a motel. They would not have had that dude crawling up the balcony to be in that apartment, if that is true. No, the coach that was killed, he apparently he climbed the balcony. Maybe he did have a ladder, but it's still like bro, you 39, what are you doing? What are you thinking? You can't be that desperate to sleep with that girl. It's just insane, man. It's a lot going on, man. You think you're Spider-Man? No, man. Listen, when I say seasoned, I don't mean old. Seasoned could be 28, could be 30, 35. 21, that girl ain't really been nowhere. She ain't really been nowhere. You know, if you're trying to sneak somebody in your apartment like that, you know, you're not very mature and you don't really know how to manage having a man on the side. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's all bad. You know what I'm saying? It's still all bad. All right, people, that's it for me. Thank y'all for being here. Shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the channel members. Look, click that join button, join the channel, become a member. Y'all get exclusive access to the live streams and also the members only tab. So yeah. And also don't ever sneak in no female apartment, climbing no balconies. That is a very bad thing to do. What am I gonna say? Does she not have a car? Unbelievable. All right, people. I'll see y'all next one. Y'all take care and have a great rest of your night, all right?